Good morning, Sudoku friends, and welcome to an expert puzzle number 1675 of the El País newspaper. It is 0600, and the puzzle just became available online. Let's have a crack at it, shall we? There is 9 here and here blocking like so, so this must be a 9. And we have 3's blocking across here, so this must be a 3. And we have this 8 blocking here, so an 8 must go here. This 8 blocks up, this blocks over. One of these is an 8 blocking over. This 8 blocks down. This 8 blocks up, and this 8 blocks over. So we're going to have an 8 here. That was kind of quick. Here we're going to be looking for a 1 and a 6. And since that goes to 1, blocks here, and this one blocks here, and this one blocks here, we know that this must be a 1. This one blocks these squares, this one blocks down here, and this one blocks over here. Here's another 1. These two ones block 6 squares like so. Therefore, this must be a 1. And now we know this can't be a 1. It must be a 6. And this must be a 1. That wasn't too complicated. But sometimes the complications start just about here when we've done all the easy numbers. Let's see how this goes. We are looking for a 2, 4, and a 7 for these squares here. The 2 and a 4 block here, so here's a 7. And a 2 and a 4 in these two squares. We're also going to have a 9 either here or here, and that goes to 9 blocks down here. This 9 blocks over here, so here's a 9. And since this 9 blocks up, and we have a ghost 9 here blocking up, and this 9 blocking across, we know that we are going to end up with a 9 in one of these two squares here. And we are going to have a 5 either here or here, because these two 5s block these two squares. So these are the only two squares available for a 5 in column 7. Speaking about 5s, we have 1 blocking up here and 1 blocking down here. So here's the 5, which now blocks across here. This 5 blocks down and this blocks up. Here's a 5. The 8 now for block 4 here becomes more clear because this 8 blocks across. So here's an 8. Across here we need a 2, 4, and a 3. There's a 2 and a 4 blocking here, so this must be a 3. What about these? What did we say? We didn't say anything, but they must be a 9 and a 3. I don't know what to do with that yet, so I won't do anything. But since these are 2 and 4s, these 3 have got to be a 9, 6, and a 7. So the 6 blocks here, of course, so one of these is a 6. And that's not particularly helpful. About the 4s, there's 4 blocks across. One of these is a 4 blocking up. So yes, we're going to have a 4 here or here. And a 4, 9, and a 6 here. But we have an 8 and a 1 in these two squares, and here is how. This 1 and this 8 and this 1 and this 8 prevent any further 8s from going in these squares up here. We have a 1 and an 8 blocking here. So these two squares have got to be a 1 and an 8 pair. And that pretty much gives me a 5 for row 1, because now none of these can be a 5, and we have a 5 blocking across here and a 5 blocking across here. So guess what? Here's a 5. 6, 7, 8 here. We know this is a 2, 4. What else is missing? 1 and 3. 1 and 3 must go in two of these three squares. And that checks out because we have a 1, 3 here and a 1, 3 here. So none of these squares can be 1 or 3. We are going to have a 4 here or here because there's 4 blocks across here, there's 4 blocks down here. So one of these is a 4 blocking up here. There's 4 blocks here. So yes, one of these must be a 4. That's not particularly helpful though, because there are plenty of other squares in this row here that can be 4s. 9 must go in one of these three squares, and here's how we can figure that out. We know that one of these is a 9, right? Blocking up, we have this 9 blocking across, so one of these must be a 9 blocking across. So yes, one of these must be a 9. 6s, I think we found a 6 for this square. Let's have another look over here. These are 1 and 8. We have a 6 blocking up. We have a 6 blocking here. So one of these is a 6 blocking across. So this 6 blocks across. This 6 and this 6 block here and here. So here's a 6. Now a 7, 8 here. The 8 blocks over. Here's a 7. Here's the 8. Now we have an 8 here. And because we analyzed this already, we know that this is a 1. This one blocks over. This one blocks over. This one blocks up. Here's a 1. 2, 4, 3 here now. And that means that we are going to have a 3 and a 9 at least in two of these squares. What else is missing? 2 and a 4. Wonderful, and not really surprising. We have a 9 here because this 9 blocks up and this 9 blocks over. And we know that one of these is going to be a 9 blocking this square. So yes, here's a 9. The 4 also blocks over. So one of these is a 4 blocking up. Not helpful. 4 goes here, here, and here, along with a 2. We still don't know what to do with the 6, 7, 9 here, do we? I don't think we do. But we can find a 7 here at least because of this 7 blocking and this 7 blocking. I should have noticed that earlier, but I didn't. And that gives me a 7 here because the 7 blocks down. One of these must be a 7 blocking down. We have this 7 blocking over and this 7 blocking here. So yes, here is a 7. Now a 2 and a 4 here. 4 blocks down. Here's a 2. Here's a 4. A 9, 6, and a 4 here now. The 4 blocks here. There's 4 blocks here. Here's a 4. 9 and 6 here. 9 blocks here. Here's a 6. Here is a 9. And that should give me another 6 somewhere, shouldn't it? Yes, here. Because this 6 now blocks up and this 6 blocks across. Here's a 6. Here a 3 and a 7. The 7 forces the 3 to go here and the 7 here. The 7 blocks across, so does this. Here is another 7 blocking down. This 7 blocks down, 7 here. I want to look at these two squares. There must be a 9 which can't go here. It must go here, and a 2. That solves a 2 problem over here, because this 2 blocks across, this 2 blocks up, giving me a 2 here. Now we know that this is a 2, and this therefore is a 4, and this is a 2. 4 blocks up, one of these is a 4 blocking down. This is where the 4 goes. We know that one of these had to be a 9. Now we take away this square and we gave it to a 7, so this must be the 9. Which blocks across? This 9 blocks across. Here is a 9. This square up here has simply got to be a 4. And these two must be a 2, and the 2 blocks over here, so here's a 2. And a 3. 3 also must go here or here, along with a 5. That must go here or here. Can we do anything with a 5? No, I don't think, not yet. So let's have a look here. We need to find a 4 and a 3. Also not yet possible. Now I should probably figure out that this here must be a 6. And that gives me this 6. Now 3 and a 4 here, that's easy because the 4 blocks up. Here's a 3, here's a 4. Now this is a 3 and this is a 4. Since this 3 now blocks here, we know that this is a 3 and that this is a 5. That makes this a 5 and this a 2. Fun puzzle, very pleasing and very satisfying, but also a somewhat simple logic today. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.